Hi, I am back in the Millbank Theatre to meet with the Rush Dramatic Society about their exciting new production of the Playboy of the Westerne World. We'll be meeting with their director, Sean Corcoran. We'll be getting behind the scenes with one of the cast members and also meeting with the set design crew who built all of this. If you haven't seen the play, in short, it does centre around a character, Christy Mahon, an apparent parasite who sets off into the west of Ireland to tell the locals about his recent exploits. But soon enough, his dead father arrives on the scene to burst his bubble. I've already said too much, so you're going to have to get down here to the Millbank Theatre to check out their production of the Playboy of the Westerne World. When the play was first performed in the Abbey Theatre in 1907, it caused apparent uproar. The politicians and the general public were describing it as inhumane, immoral and vile. Well, despite this controversial, it has toured the world for the last 100 years and Ireland and has been hugely successful.
It probably was back in 1907 when it went on. It's unlikely there's going to be riots here at the Millbank this time around. Hopefully there might be, but it's good for publicity. But I think it goes hand in hand with the fact that I think the Playboy is misunderstood. It's a very complex play. It's as complex as any of the Greek classics. It's as complex as Shakespeare. But I think when they saw it first, they thought it was very stage Irishy and a bad representation of people in the west of Ireland, which is not what Sing was about. They did react to some words in it which they thought were vulgar and very sort of crude at the time, which they wouldn't be obviously nowadays. But I think it was more of a misunderstanding that they thought that the people in the west of Ireland, they thought that Irish people were being portrayed in a very bad light, and it's not the case. And that's what we've hoped to try and do with this production, is show the reality of it. You know, people think that the Playboy is a melodrama, when it's not. It's a very realistic play, a very, very strong drama.
You're only saying it. You did nothing at all. A soft lad the like of you wouldn't slit the windpipe out of screeching sow.
You're not speaking the truth.
I'm not speaking the truth, is it? Or would you have me knock the head of you with the butt of this broom?
Don't strike me. You killed my poor father Tuesday was a week for doing the like of that.
I've been a member of the Millbank here for a long time, but I've been teaching Sing for again a few years now. But to actually get out of the classroom and put it into performance has been a great experience. A wonderful cast and a great director as well. So
we're also working with students from Coláiste Dúlaigh who have designed the set for us. We met with them, had some pre-meetings with them before we got into rehearsal. We came up with a concept and they've designed it, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's been a great venture altogether, you know.
Great stuff.
Come following me. And if he's heard what I said, he'll be having me knife, and I'm going home lonesome in the darkness of the night.
So I'm here with Patrona. She's a student from Coláiste Dúlaigh Interior Design course. Hi Patrona.
Hi Ashlyn, delighted you're here.
Thank you. So tell us how you got from the initial idea to this stage here.
The drama had several plays coming up this year, and Sean suggested this one for us. So we had several meetings with Sean, and the main thing is to get everything historically correct. And we had lots of meetings to see how rural Ireland would have been, how downtrodden these people would have been, the clothes they would have worn. So we then had to go away and read our script and really set about creating the whole thing from scratch.
I mean, there was a recent production of it done that brought it, sort of transposed it to the year 2000. There was a Nigerian version of a BC Adequan to make it more relatable to modern day audiences. Yes, we are exposed to an awful lot, but it's like any play, it's like any classic drama that you do. There is a strong story about people in it. There's a love story, it's a story about loneliness, it's about sadness, it's a story about want, need, a rite of passage of a young man growing up. So I mean, all the things that is written in the play is what's really relevant, you know, today. And like the character Christy Mahon, he's a guy who comes into the village first. He's initially people are wary of him, and then suddenly he's made a hero, and then suddenly the crowd turn on him. Like, and we've seen that in characters in reality television, you know, for the last couple of years. So the character should be familiar, and what we're trying to do with this production of it is place it in a time that people understand it better in the, you know, the year 2010.
Go up now. Just don't stop me, Michael James. Let me out the door. For the love of Almighty God, let me out.
Stop your noising and sit down by the hearth.
Father Riley, I'm safe and gone. Have mercy on me now. Where will I hide myself today? Oh, St. Joseph, St. Patrick, St. Peter and St. James.
Well, really, what the pre-show talks are about is about trying to appeal to a wider audience in a sense, because the Playboy of the Western World may not necessarily be the kind of play that a certain generation might go and see. So it's trying to make the play a bit more relevant to particularly younger generation. And I know that some people are doing the play for the Leaf Insert as well. So some people might get a few tips on how to tackle those tricky exam questions as well if they come along to that pre-show talk.
But it is geared towards the schools. We've targeted most of the schools, secondary schools in Fingal community, and we have a number of bookings in already. So we hope to be a lot more, and hopefully with some benefit, something, you know, seeing sometimes a picture paints 1,000 words, and hopefully seeing something in the production might trigger somebody to win A in an English paper in the Leaving Cert, hopefully.
Everything had to be researched, from the bars, the tables, the chairs, the type of structure on the wall, shelving, windows, fireplaces, and all props used in it, even the costumes.
Are the holy missioner making sermons on this villainy of man? Try him again.
Did you strike gold guineas from Sawler, young fella? Or shilling coins itself? I did not.
Well, the whole play itself is a collaboration of a number of people. We are having pre-show talks, and it's a Dr. PJ Matthews from UCD, who's a sort of an expert in singing. He just launched a book, The Cambridge Companion to Sing, which was launched in the Abbey a couple of weeks ago.
Well, it's the Cambridge Companion to J.M. Sing, and Cambridge University Press asked me to do a book on Sing, because he is a big name now in world drama, I suppose. Yeah. So they wanted, I suppose, an Irish person who knew something about the uniqueness of Irish theatre to get a book together on it. So it's a kind of a book to introduce people to his work, including the Playboy and some of his other plays as well.
Haven't where you've met a young girl on your way.
I said I know her till this night. I'm telling you. For I've seen none the like of you. The 11 long days I am. Walking the world, looking over a low ditch or a high ditch on my north or south. The stony scattered fields or scribes a bog. We'd see young nimble girls and fine prancing women making laughter with the men.
If you were destroyed travelling, you'd have as much talk and streeling, I'm thinking, as Owen Rowe, Sullivan, or the poets of Dingle Bay. I've heard at all times. The poets are your like fine, fiery fellows with great rages when their temper's roused.
Power rings, God bless you. And would there be any offence if I was asking, are you single now?
So if you could be the set designer for any production, film or theatre, what would it be?
Well, that's a huge question. I'm glad to say Cloiste Dulick has given us the ability to take on board any film or any play that would be set before us.
Well, thank you very much, and I wish you the best of luck with the design here. I'm sure it's going to be wonderful on the opening night. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
This place, Christy man. I know to trouble you. And it's near time I find lad the like of you.
We started rehearsing back in November of last year. We've had a slightly, that sounds a lot, but with Christmas in between and with a sort of a short rehearsal period at the beginning of it. We have a lot of new people from the Junior Academy and some smaller kids from the smaller group. And we have a couple of seasoned actors in it, so it's been a good gathering. People have worked really, really hard, so we're hoping that this time next week we'll be ready to go.
Okay. Well, I've just been to see the Rush Dramatic Society production of the Playboy of the Western World. Some really nice performances in there, so make sure you get down to it. It runs until the 20th of February, every Wednesday to Saturday. And also, as Sean mentioned, there is some pre-show discussions. So all you Leaving Cert students out there, make sure you get down. It may get you an A in your English. Okay, so FCTV, your channel, your choice.